Alrighty guys, we're back for some mono red food fight, and this is a Wilds of Eldraine early access standard brew. We're gonna go over the deck, then hop into some games, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Red Cat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to ya. Also, we do get that Discord link as well as that relatively new Patreon link down in the description if you're interested in joining either of those up. Okay, what do we got packed into the build here? A whole bunch of new cards to go over. Food Fight is the centerpiece. It's a 2-mana enchantment. Artifacts you control have pay 2, sacrifice this artifact. It deals damage to any target equal to 1 plus the number of permanents named Food Fight you control. This is a pretty fun card, dude. It's probably relatively janky, but it was definitely fun to build around. We have a whole bunch of other new cards packed in as well. We got all 4 Charming Scoundrel, which looks pretty good, man. So it's a 2-mana 1/1 with haste. When Charming Scoundrel enters the battlefield, you get to choose one of these. So either discard a card, then draw a card. Okay. You can create a treasure token, which in this particular build, especially if you have a bunch of food fights on the board, then you're probably creating that treasure token. Or you can create a Wicked Roll token attached to target creature you control. So of course you can just target the Charming Scoundrel there too. So what is a Wicked Roll token? Well, it's an aura roll, and you enchant a creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1. And when this aura is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life. Yeah, dude, looks like a solid card, huh? More solid cards, though. We got all 4 Raging Battle Mouse here, 2-mana 2/1. The second spell you cast each turn costs 1 less to cast. Nice. So in an artifact build like this, our 1-mana artifacts, it could potentially just be free a lot of the time, right? I believe the Raging Battle Mouse will stack as well, so if we have multiple of these out here, maybe we can get our Thran Spider pretty cheap or something, right? Which, yeah, we have all 4 Thran Spiders in the 3-drop spot. Not a very aggressive card, but the fact that it generates that Power Stone token, you like 2 artifacts for the price of 1, and you can use those Power Stones for the mana as well for... you know, this mana can't be spent to cast non-artifact spells. You guys know Power Stones at this point, but yeah. So that'll be pretty good with Food Fight, right? Anyways, back to Raging Battle Mouse here. It's got a celebration ability as well. So at the beginning of combat on your turn, if 2 or more non-land permanents entered the battlefield under your control this turn, target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Not bad, man. Not bad at all. It's actually, yeah, just another solid one. So more new ones. We got 3 Sir Ginger, the Meal Enders here. So it's a 2-mana 3/1 legendary artifact creature. It's a food knight. And Sir Ginger, the Meal Ender, has trample, hexproof, and haste as long as an opponent controls a planeswalker. My goodness. Now, whenever another artifact you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on Sir Ginger and scry 1. Nice. It's also got that bottom ability here for 2 mana. You can tap this, sacrifice Sir Ginger. You gain life equal to its power. Pretty cool one, man. Yeah, we got a lot of good cards packed in, huh? Here's another new one, the Irencrag. I think that's how that would be pronounced. I have no idea. This is a 2-mana legendary artifact. You tap it and add a colorless mana. Yep, pretty cool. It also has whenever a legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may have Irencrag become a legendary equipment artifact named Everflame, Hero's Legacy. If you do, it gains Equip 3, and equipped creature gets +3/+3, and then the Irencrag loses all other abilities, so you won't be able to use that mana ability, in other words, if you do that. But yeah, pretty cool one, man. Only a 1 of this time round, because it's not like we're ramping into anything huge. But since it's an artifact, I think it's going to work well with the whole food fight theme, and yeah, just, yeah, really good. Okay, what else do we got packed in here, guys? We got 3 Candy Trails. This is a 1-mana food clue. And when Candy Trail enters the battlefield, you scry 2. Nice. And you can pay 2, tap this, sacrifice Candy Trail, gain 3 life, and draw a card. Just another one that looks relatively solid, man. And then the reason we have 3 of them is because, yeah, it's a 1-mana artifact, and maybe we can actually get that out for free a lot of the time off of the Raging Battle Mouse's top ability, huh? Gingerbrute makes an appearance, guys. Check this out. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have the new art for Gingerbrute. What am I doing, guys? What am I doing, man? I gotta get the new art for this. Here it is. There we go. That's really funny. Yeah, Gingerbrute is a reprint. Oh, we're lagging. There we go. Gingerbrute, 1 mana, 1/1. It has haste. You can pay 1. Gingerbrute can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with haste. And then you can pay 2, tap it, sacrifice Gingerbrute. You gain 3 life. Yeah, just another solid one, man. Then we got all 4 Iron Apprentice in here as well. It's a 1 mana that we don't get to see too often. It's not a new one, but when it enters the battlefield, it gets a +1/+1 counter. When it dies, you get to put that counter elsewhere. Pretty good one, especially in a deck like this where we're going to be chucking it at the opponent's face using Food Fight, right? And then we can put that +1/+1 counter on like our Gingerbrute or something. That way we can maybe slip some damage through with that top ability on the Gingerbrute. Okay, we also have all 3 Voltage Surge. Just a solid piece of removal. 4 damage is required sometimes. I don't know how often we're going to end up wanting to actually like sacrifice our Candy Trail to do 4 damage, but I'm assuming it's going to happen sometimes. So yeah, all 3 of them, I think it's going to be good. Already went over the Thran Spider. Another new one here on the top end. Virtue of Courage is a 5 mana enchantment, but it has that adventure side for an instant speed, 1 in a red. Embrith Blaze deals 2 damage to any target. So we can kind of think of this as a 2 mana, do 2 damage to any target thing, or we could think of it as a 5 mana enchantment, or both, right? Whenever you cast the adventure. So just in case, for anyone who doesn't know what the adventure does, you may cast this card as an adventure after you do exile it. You may then cast the permanent spell later from exile. So that's pretty neat, right? So the enchantment side of this is whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, you may exile that many cards from the top of your library. You may play those cards this turn. So there's not too much in here that does non-combat damage to an opponent outside of Food Fight, so that's why we only have 1 of these. We had more packed in, like, I don't know, like all 4 Play with Fires and all 4 Lightning Strikes and stuff, then I could easily see going up to 2 or 3 of these Virtue of Courages. They actually just looks like a really solid card, man. Just a lot of solid stuff packed in. They got 21 total land over here, 2 of them being a Mishra's Foundry and 1 of them being a Crucible of Defiance. And another land you could consider, of course, is the, oh my goodness, why can't I think of it? The one that generates artifacts, but I don't think that's going to be coming into play too often here. Mirrex is what it's called, guys. That should have been in the honorable mentions over here. So yeah, let's go over the honorable mentions. I actually took a whole bunch of stuff out because there's just way too much that we could possibly pack into this. So like Experimental Synthesizer, for example, but I just couldn't find room. We could drop like the candy trails for it, but I obviously want to play with as many new cards as possible. So I wanted to bring up a Questing Druid here because of that Seek the Beast side of the card here. It's an instant adventure. Exile the top 2 cards of your library until your next end step. You may play those cards. So at first glance, it looks like a direct upgrade to something like, oh, Wrenn's Resolve. I totally forgot to go over this, guys. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, huh? So yeah, we got all 4 Wrenn's Resolve in here, 2 mana sorcery speed. Exile the top 2 cards of your library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards. Since we have like all 4 Raging Battle Mouse in here, and that obviously the second spell you cast each turn costs 1 less to cast, and we don't have too many other instant speed cards in here. I just don't think the instant speed is going to come into play too often on the Seek the Beast side of things. Then also I'd feel obligated to like splash green in the mana base too, which would feel a little awkward for me. So yeah, that's why the Seek the Beast / Questing Druid didn't make the cut, right? I think the Wrenn's Resolve is actually going to be a little bit better in this particular build. Witchstalker Frenzy, keep your eye on this card. Sometimes you just got to do 5 damage to something, but I couldn't find room for it this time around. And then, yeah, the Mirrex, right? Definitely something to consider for this build, especially since it generates artifact creatures. Actually, you know what? Let's put the Mirrex in here. Let's do that. There we go. 21 total land. We got the Mirrex in now. Okay, there's the final list. Let's go ahead. Take it into some, I guess it's just normal play mode over here in early access, and yeah, we'll see how it goes, huh? We're in. All right, let's go. It's that whole section still might be edited out though, depending on how many of the matches I actually have to edit. Opponent goes first. Is this a bad hand? No. Do we have Food Fight in hand? No. So that makes me a little sad. But I think this is completely keepable, man. Okay, yep, we'll give it a shot. Couple turns of Gingerbrute. Well, we have the Charming Scoundrel too. Ooh, Iron Apprentice, wow. Alright, we're gonna start with the Gingerbrute so we can get a swing in. I love the artwork, dude. Oh, man. Charming Scoundrel, let's go. Probably Treasure if they're going, is it? Yeah. Alright, and they can get a swing too, but looks like they're keeping back a blocker. It's around the Gingerbrute ability because it's except by creatures with haste, so. And take out the Scoundrel with the Voltage Surge if we wanted to swing. Play our own Scoundrel, put a Wicked Roll on the Gingerbrute maybe. That could be cool. They might trade with this then. That might be cool. Usually I would go Treasure in this build, but I think this is pretty neat. And I'm putting it on the Gingerbrute for the sake of that ability where potentially we can make it can't be blocked if they don't play more Charming Scoundrels and whatnot. The trade from Scoundrel to Scoundrel could be good. Yeah, we gotta be careful, man. They do have an open mana over here, so... Nice. Alright. That's a wicked Gingerbrute right there. 4 mana. Oh, Jeskai. Oh my. Aether Channeler. I have no idea what the opponent could be playing. Maybe like Jeskai ETBs or something, right? Dude, Raging Battle Mouse. Wow. Might as well play that, right? Because then our artifacts get cheaper. And I think it's Gingerbrute number 2 here. And then we have Voltage Surge if we want to pick up the Channeler. We might as well. That way they can't trade here. Oh, they can't anyways. We might as well keep the Voltage Surge and go... Oh, wait. Then they can block there, though. Alright, so we go... This one can't be blocked, right? Because Aether Channeler doesn't have haste. And I suppose we just put that onto the one that can't be blocked and see if they trade with the Gingerbrute, which is a really good trade for us. Down to 13. Okay, cool. It's feeling cool so far. A little bit to think about here or there, but that's a relatively simple line of plays. Like a little bit of practice and that would be really easy to think through. Twinning Twins. Flying Vigilance Ward 1. Well then. That Ward 1's going to be a bit of a pain. Well, I guess not, because Voltage Surge can hit for 4 and it's only 1 mana. It's kind of gross, dude. Kind of nasty. I guess Iron Apprentice. Oh, actually, we could have had Iron Apprentice become free. Because of the Raging Battle Mouse, but that's okay. We can easily pay the Ward 1 here. And ditch the Apprentice, which was the original thing that I was thinking there. Sacrifice an artifact. And we'll plug that onto the big Gingerbrute, right? I suppose so. Pay the Ward 1, auto pay. And we could go for a full swing, or we could Voltage Surge that as well. Make this one unblockable, swing here, they block. Yeah, that's fine, I suppose. But we don't want them to chump is the big thing, and we're trying to get as much damage through as possible. We don't get the +1/+1 because we didn't have another permanent enter there, but... Down to 9, and I'm scared of board wipes, man. Losing the Raging Battle Mouse trade still wasn't like a bad trade, because this was a 3-mana card, right? So, just full swinging, making sure that other Gingerbrute got through as well. Can power up Foundry next turn. This is still anyone's game, though. We're starting to fizzle out. Starting to run out of cards, so... This is where the Wrenn's Resolve would come in handy, but maybe we need more of those. Maybe. Touch the Spirit Realm. My Gingerbrute! You monster! Oh, they lose 1 life, though, because of the Wicked Roll. So that's good. Still have 2 mana open. Thran Spider. Okay. We're just going for the swing, right? Thran Spider could be good. Swinging for 3 could be good. Okay, I guess we'll hold Foundry back for the turn and drop the Thran Spider. That's probably a little bit better, right? Thran Spider comes down. We have Voltage Surge open and the Power Stone to sacrifice if we needed it, but we can always use that Power Stone too. Ah, make disappear. Oh no. Okay, well, we still have Voltage Surge open. Opponent's down to 6. This is definitely still anyone's game, though, guys. Based on what the opponent's playing here. Exile target non-token creature, return it to the battlefield under it. Yeah, it's like Jeskai ETBs or something. Spirited Companion, okay. Luckily, it doesn't have haste, so we can still have the Gingerbrute go through unblocked, but... I would have loved to see Food Fight for our first match here. Hey, Irencrag. One day I'll learn how to actually pronounce that. We could pop the Spirited Companion so they don't chump. Sure. They have 2 mana open. Maybe they'll like make disappear the Voltage Surge or something and we can play something next turn. I really doubt it though. So we get rid of Companion this turn so we can power up Foundry so we can swing for 3. Oh, they might have something else here for 2 mana as well. I'll tell you what, man, like these 2 mana ramp and everything for red, the Scoundrel and the Irencrag and everything, dude, looks nasty. Alright, Thran Spider. Well, I think this is the turn we go for the swing. Because next turn we're threatening lethal damage then. Over the Thran Spider this turn. Plus, yeah, it might just be another make disappear instead of like removal. Oh no, it's gonna be removal. Exile target non-token creature, return to the battlefield. Yeah, that'll do it. Well, down to 4. They had to, they must have taken damage from their wastes or whatever. Anyone's game, dude. Here comes my Foundry. If I would have played Thran Spider, I guess they could have done that. Okay. Good news, it doesn't have haste, so our Gingerbrute could technically still get there. Honestly, dude, another Gingerbrute off the top would be pretty sick. Anything like that. Okay. So Crucible, Full Swing will get 2 through. Gingerbrute's the block, though, for sure. Mishra's Foundry's blocked really well here. Swing for 2. Next turn, it's... I think we just play Thran Spider for the turn. And swing with Gingerbrute. I think that's too risky of a swing with Crucible, and maybe Crucible can help us win next turn instead. Okay, see if the Thran Spider lands this time. It does, that's good news. I'll tell you what, Food Fight off the top would be really good too, huh? Okay, keep Crucible as our utility. Power Stone can help the channel ability. Atali slams onto the board, dude. Gingerbrute's our only hope, man. I wonder what they hit with the Atali. Iron Apprentice, okay. It doesn't have haste, that's good. Irencrag, okay, nothing too terrific for the opponent there. They're gonna go head swing since this has Vigilance. Okay, we're gonna go no blocks. No, they still have 3. Still have 3. Okay, a mountain off the top. Not terrific. So we can go Crucible. 2-3. Gingerbrute gets through. See, the problem is they have enough here. Maybe they get greedy with swings and we can Crucible at the end of their turn. And then power up Foundry next turn too. But there's a chance that they slam another blocker down. Is it literally just Gingerbrute again? I think so, guys. I think so. Gingerbrute, go, 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 go. You got this, buddy. It's kind of an awesome first game, dude. I would have loved to actually see our food fights, but like, I'm pretty satisfied with this one so far. Even if the opponent takes this away, they got a really cool deck over there and everything, so... Yeah, they're swinging with the Atali. That taps that down. I'm gonna take the damage. There's a chance that they don't play anything here. Down to 5. Good news, guys. They didn't give Atali like double strike or anything. That would have been really funny. Oh, crap. Oh, I guess they could go creature, but if they do go creature, then we can still slam Crucible and power up Foundry. Oh, yeah. Oh, crap. That's right. The Eternal Wanderer has that blink ability. Okay, well, let's hope that they don't hit anything off the Atali. Oh, they can also use that Irencrag ability since Atali's legendary. Alright, come on, no removal for the opponent. Or, I guess, more chump blockers too, but... Oh, Charming Scoundrel! Two Charming Scoundrel! Oh no! Okay, well, we're gonna activate this turn. See, the thing is, we just needed to get by the chump blockers for the turn, so that way Gingerbrute could end this, but... That Charming Scoundrel for us would have been insane because we could have given our Gingerbrute the Wicked Roll and then made it unblockable. Charming Scoundrel has haste, so it blocks the Gingerbrute now. Oh no, guys. We're in trouble. Opponent chilling at 2. Oh no! And they still have the Eternal Wanderer's -4 if they really need it. 4, 5. 5 with the Foundry. We can't get this damage through, guys. We can't get it through. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we don't have the Thran Spider's ability there either. Other words, I probably would have paid 7 for it. And since we're at 5, we're gonna have to block the Atali. Oh, we're gonna have to block in the air. Oh, it's game, isn't it? It's game. Okay, we'll go for the swing then. We'll go for the swing. Because of the Atali's trample, we're gonna have to like seriously block a lot of different things anyways, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna win off a full swing. Plus they have the Eternal Wanderer if they want to take one of our creatures out of the equation next turn too, so yeah. All to face! Math is for blockers! Pretty cool deck, opponent. Very, very cool. I guess a food fight would have gotten us there. We might want to consider more cards like Wrenn's Resolve, at least like 1 or 2 more, right? Drop him the GG, let him swing on in. This card looks really good. That ability there, the Swift Spiral and everything, looks solid. Wow! Wow, dude, yeah, the opponent's deck is really cool. The Irencrag happens again. Which, honestly, powering that up and then attaching that to the Atali could be a great way to wrap up games, too. Putting a +3/+3 on a creature that has Trample. Like, how often has the Atali's Trample actually won the game, you know? Wow. Wow, hey, they took our Sir Ginger. Did I drop the GG yet? I know I was hovering over it. Good game. Very fun list, opponent. We were close, guys. We were so close. Wait, what, opponent? What's happening? Hey, my food fight! No! No, what? The opponent didn't swing. Did they? No, it's the end of their turn. Oh no, guys. I guess we'll see what's on top and try to let them swing next time? I'm pretty sure the early access, they don't like us to concede, but I guess if they go another round, we'll concede. There it is, okay. Maybe they were just letting us see one more off the top, like you never know, right? 21 land is still probably enough. There's a lot of instances in this deck where we want to actually pay a lot of different mana and everything. Very fun first game, guys. Very cool. There's our food fight. Okay, we go first this time. Okay, I like it. Let's do this. Probably start with the Gingerbrute again, right? Just for the sake of having haste. Look at how cool this background is. Wow. This is very cool. It's like a pop-up book. All right. Did I not attack with Gingerbrute? Oh, no, I did. Okay. Probably just get the food fight down right away, right? Could double down on the Iron Apprentice, too, and play food fight next turn, I suppose. I guess that works as well. Totally works. There's our Wrenn's Resolve. We might need more instances of cards like this in this deck. Meal Ender. Familiar blocks well. Probably going to play... Actually... Wrenn's Resolve, maybe? Nah. That's what we're going to do. Make it so that way this can't be blocked. Full swing. If they block an Apprentice, we'll put the other counter on an Apprentice, and we're getting an extra damage through. And they don't know what's in hand either, so... Yeah, they're going to take it all. Nice. So at this point, maybe it's just Sir Ginger. And we could have played Sir Ginger before combat too, but there was a chance that they let it all go through in case of like a combat trick or something, so... At sushi already. Okay, wow. Okay, right. So... that blocks the Sir Ginger really well. Food fight. We could play food fight and have the Gingerbrute available. If we full swing, they block here, so we probably don't have to activate the Gingerbrute. So I'm interested to see if we find a Voltage Surge off the Wrenn's Resolve. A food fight. Okay. Cool, cool. Keep the 2. It still might be a full swing. Have the other Sir Ginger here. 3 gets through and then drop a couple food fights next turn. Maybe. Yeah, it's going to be a full swing still because they still don't know what's in hand. So, yeah, they're still going to block there because it's a decent block regardless of a combat trick. Okay, it's still 3 through. We lost a 2-mana card. Second food fight comes down next turn and we can start ditching these Iron Apprentices and putting those counters on the Gingerbrute. And the food fight will do 3 damage. Any target equal to 1 plus the number of permanents named food fight. That's fun, man. It's probably some kind of shenanigans we could do with copying food fight too, somewhere. Not in this build though, but yeah. Return from Wilds. Create a 1/1. Nice. What else did they do there? Basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped. Oh, nice. Solid little sorcery. Oh, there's our Voltage Surge. Yeah, that could have been really good. The at sushi probably ramps them now, though, is the problem. We go Sir Ginger, and then Voltage Surge, and then we could still full swing successfully with the Gingerbrute's ability, right? So we go like this. Voltage Surge, right? Sacrifice artifact. Put the counter on the Gingerbrute. Charming Scoundrel is probably decent to keep on top, honestly. A lot of options there. Not getting the second food fight down kinda sorta sucks, but we're realistically just trying to get... Woo! Okay, we'll make this unblockable. If they trade here, we can put the counters elsewhere, but I think I like keeping the Apprentice this time for the food fight, right? It's not a great trade. Man, I probably could have played this one out better. There's a lot of options going on, man. The question is, can these food fights get us there? Looks like Gruul Ramp. Pretty cool opponent. Oh my goodness. Well, that's what I get for taking out the Atsushi, huh? What? Hold up. They grabbed 2 Titan of Industries? Hold up, man. Thunder's debut is 8 mana bargain. The bargain is you may sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token as you cast a spell. Look at the top 20 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 creature cards from among them. And then put them onto the battlefield if it was bargained. Otherwise, you put them into your hand. Well, I think that's that, guys. I think that's that. They're back up to 19. Oh, man. And yeah, they took out our Sir Ginger and our other food fight because of the Titans. Dude, that's kind of sort of my fault, huh? Because I let them ramp off the Atsushi, thinking that it was going to be better just to get swings through. But I guess, yeah, it's dangerous to let a ramp deck do its thing, huh? Brutal stuff, man. A lot of new cards from the opponent here, too. Very fun. There's the Irencrag again. Yeah, that's probably going to be a card that we're going to have to get used to. Like pronouncing the name, for example. Alright, we'll take the Titan damage here. This is probably going to be the opponent's. I can't imagine getting 19 damage through. Raging Battle Mouse. Yeah, no, that's not going to do it. We might, yeah, I think so far for the final thoughts, I'm thinking we're going to need more like Wrenn's Resolves and whatnot. Alright, well. Food fight! Let's do this! Hiya! Wait, I'll take out the familiar. Throw the food! Throw the food! Wait, this has an ability, doesn't it? Well, this is awkward. Yay, they let me throw the food! That's so funny, man. Okay, let's do... Okay, yeah, we'll do 2 damage to this human. Oh, man. Plug the counters on and swing. Let them swing on in with the Titan of Industries. Hey, good game, opponent. Very fun decks from the opponent today. I believe in our deck, guys. As janky as Food Fight can be, I don't know. I really shouldn't have helped them ramp with the Atsushi, but I do wonder if them just having a 4/4 Flying Dragon still would have been enough to hold them long enough for them to ramp into that, what was it called? Thunderous Debut, or whatever it was? Opponent goes first. This is a fine hand. We get to Scry 2 on turn 1, which happens to be decent. We have the Raging Battle Mouse on 2. Oh, maybe we should try a game with a couple Raging Battle Mouse, huh? Now, we never know when these Voltage Surges are going to come in handy, but I'm looking for my food fights, man. We'll start by getting our mice on the board. Jetmir's Garden, okay. Okay. That's the second person playing Up the Beanstalk so far, right? The last opponent played this. We get that. Wait, when Up the Beanstalk enters the battlefield, and whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, draw a card. Okay, alright, that's pretty cool. Keep your hand nice and stocked up, huh? At this point, I am gonna go Raging Battle Mouse number 1. Because there's a good chance that we see land off the top. Not a good chance. Well, yeah, I guess kind of a good chance, right? Because there's 19 land remaining in the deck. And then we'll be able to spam off some stuff from our hand here. Like Raging Battle Mouse number 2 into a Thran Spider, for example, or something. Alright, land. That's good. Raging Battle Mouse number 2. I guess the Thran Spider is pretty decent, right? The Sir Ginger for free, keep the Crucible in hand as a utility, could be pretty good, but this is pretty sick. That's pretty cool, man. Okay, got a bunch of artifacts on the board again, so this is going to be another one of those games where we're hoping for a couple food fights. Yeah, having more food fights on the board is better, but building the whole deck around food fight seems relatively janky too, right? So maybe it belongs in a deck that does a lot of shenanigans with like copying things, right? So maybe, I don't know. I mean, obviously this isn't like the most competitive version of Mono Red, right? So I don't know why I'm debating it, but still, it's something to consider. Especially when in that one game, yeah, if we had that food fight, it would have been a very different match. But in the last game, the food fight didn't help us at all, so Very different matches. Sir Ginger's Legendary is holding us up a little bit here. Maybe we should go Candy Trail, see what we see. I'm fine with that. Use the Power Stone token, draw a card, gain 3. Wrenn's Resolve, okay. Second spell you cast each turn costs 1 less, so technically the next one, if we see another 2-mana card, will cost 1. That being said, I'm okay with seeing double land. That way we have a red source open for the Crucible here. If we did see double land, that's funny, dude. Because, yeah, you get punished if that's the case. Won't be the second one. So I guess we swing for 6, keep Voltage Surge open. Play that after combat, right? Actually, playing it before combat could have been good too, because there's a chance that they had something like a Seed of the Empire to take out Thran Spider. Or no, they didn't have enough mana for Seed of the Empire, but still. Guys, they have 3 up the beanstalks over here. Drawing 3 cards. Dude, what on earth? What is this then? Expel the Interlopers. Choose a number between 0 and 10. Destroy all creatures with power greater than or equal to the chosen. Oh my goodness, guys. Well, it is what it is, man. Thran Spider could be decent just for the sake of playing more. Okay, we'll keep Thran Spider. If we send it, there's a chance that we see just less creatures, right? Play one of our lands. Can go Thran Spider, power up Foundry, but the opponent's still at 10, so maybe we just go creatures again and keep the Surge open. If they have a second board wipe, it is what it is. And they're going to keep their hands so stocked because the up the beanstalk. Yeah, guys, I don't know. I don't know about this one, man. Oh my goodness. Getting wrecked by really cool builds from the opponent. This board wipe is a little bit scary, but it doesn't exile like Sunfall, but still. Choose a number between 0 and 10. Destroy all creatures with power greater than or equal to the chosen number. So that's interesting. It could be like a one-sided board wipe, I guess, right? That could be cool. I think Sunfall is probably still the better choice, but maybe if you wanted more just board wipes, Return from Wilds. The good news here is it's not a 5-mana card just restocking their hand with Up the Beanstalk. Which maybe we'll have to get used to this card, huh? Seems pretty good. Alright guys, we're going to try to get rid of their chump blocker here. We're going to go for like that full swing next turn. Since we have the open mana now, if they like counter that or something, there's a chance we get a hasty creature off the top. Irencrag, huh? Okay. We just go for the swing, right? I believe so. Some spot removal. They were looking at Sir Ginger. My poor meal ender. What's it gonna be? Leyline Binding. Oh, it's one of it. Okay, okay. Well, hold up. It's gonna be like an Atraxa style build with the domain cards and everything. Oh, but they get like that upgrade with the Up the Beanstalk. Oh, that seems super scary, dude. Wow. With the draws, they might just have found a second Leyline Binding, like maybe easily. Taking the Thran Spider there. Swing for 5. It's not going to be the second binding. We better play this just for the sake of playing it, right? Is it going to be Herd Migration? They're getting pretty close to fully casting that. They got 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't see. 5, 6, 7. Oh, they must have a second one in hand, right? Because they could just cast that for a bunch of 3/3s and have blockers for days. Oh, they probably have so many options, dude. Up the Beanstalk, man. This card keeping their hands stacked. Oh, man. All right, what's this? Blossoming Tortoise. Okay, okay. The one that deals with lands, right? Just the battlefield or attacks. Mill 3 cards, then return a land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Didn't have any, I guess, right? Activated abilities of lands you control. Ah! Activated abilities of lands you control cost 1 less to cast. Land creatures you control get +1/+1. Huh. Woo. Candy Trail. Okay. I mean, the opponent's still at 8, guys. I mean, we're starting with Candy Trail for sure because we can just use all of this over here, but yeah, we don't want more land off the top, that's for sure. And let's go ahead and draw like this. Pretty cool, guys. Sir Ginger getting a boost, and we get that scry before the draw. That's pretty good, man. Pretty good. Ooh, Wrenn's Resolve. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Okay, Voltage Surge. Food Fight. Could Food Fight get us there? Not if they play like Atraxa and start gaining life. We could go for the swing, but I'm pretty sure... Oh, Leyline Binding can pick up the Food Fight too. Exile target non-land permanent, so... I guess we go for the swing on the Sir Ginger then. We'll try to take out the tortoise here. Sir Ginger looking freaking sweet, dude. Raging Battle Mouse can go. At this point, now that we have Food Fight, we're just looking for either more hasty threats or just more artifacts or more Food Fights, right? So, swing for 5. Ah, Leyline Binding. Okay. The good news, oh my goodness, up the beanstalk, dude. Maybe they'll mill themselves out. Dude, the way these combo together, it's so cool. Opponents really brought their A game today, man. Great decks. I love it. I doubt Food Fight can get us there, but I guess you never know, huh? The little bit of life gain off the herd migration was pretty decent for them too. Jetmir's Garden. Opponent has 29 cards remaining. Leyline Binding number 3. I'm not surprised with all the card draw, right? They can pick up Food Fight, which is the last threat. Now the question is, are they going to be able to do 26 damage? Just like in a reasonable amount of time, right? I would hope so. Because they probably have 3 more herd migrations. Going for more ramp. I guess they don't have too much land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and another invasion. Oh my goodness. Now they have enough land. At this point, they could probably start casting out their big threats. And then it'll probably end in a couple turns, right? Oh, you know what? We might be free to swing with Foundry here, which is kind of cool. Or maybe not. It could be the 4th Leyline Binding for 1 mana. Oh no, that's a Proving Ground. It's gonna be a Spar's headquarters. Okay. Down to 6, guys. You know what? Overall, I think we did really good. I think we did terrific, man. Definitely like a janky version of Mono Red, but man, there were some really just neat things going on in this one. I definitely have some things to say about it in the final thoughts. Herd migration. Wait, they're full casting it, right? They're not using the channel? Okay, there it is. Yeah. I got concerned. They have so many lands over here that I couldn't really tell how many was actually tapped there, but it was more than 2, so... Return from Wilds. Like I said, I'm pretty sure in the early access events, they don't like us conceding. Plus, it's always good to see it more off the top, see what we end up seeing, right? Because another Food Fight could be really good. We have so much mana that it would technically be possible, I guess. Iron Apprentice. The opponent's down to 16 cards, guys. You know what? Maybe we can survive long enough and the Up the Beanstalk will end up milling them out. I really doubt it, though. This is a 5-color, just everything goes, good stuff only style build, right? So Atali's packed in here. I'm assuming Atraxa too, and it's gotta be in their hand, dude. Down to 13 cards. There's the Atraxa. You know what? Down to 10 cards, huh? Maybe we should go on the defense here instead. I think the problem is they could just stop playing cards so the Up the Beanstalk doesn't end up killing them. Oh, the Atraxa ability's also taking cards out of their deck. Yeah, dude, I'm going on the full defense here. Full defense mode, down to 8 cards. You never know, so it's just like there's no real weight on winning or losing in the early access. It's not like we're in ranked or anything. Ah, they get rid of our blocker though. Okay. Did they not grab anything from the Atraxa, or am I missing something? Looks like they grabbed a Who Endures, maybe? For this turn, they have 10 in the air next turn. I guess we'll power up Foundry. They're also back up to 10 because of the Archangel of Wrath. 4th Leyline. Oh, the Who Endures hits artifacts. Okay. Hey, we get to thin out our deck, though. Guys, always feel free to skip ahead to the final thoughts. We don't have time for another match right now. So the next thing is going to be the final thoughts. Always feel free to skip ahead. We got timestamps down in the description and chapters at the bottom of the video as well. That goes for any of my videos. Always feel free to skip ahead to the next matches or the final thoughts. Usually we have a lot to say in the final thoughts, and they end up being pretty important. There's our food fight, guys. Dude, I'll tell you what, I think we actually had a decent chance. You know what I mean? If we had both food fights on the board too, and I powered up the Foundry last turn, so this is only 2 per, unfortunately. That's really cool, man. I feel like, yeah, they had the food over here too to gain though. So hey, good game, opponent. Very good games from all the opponents today. I wonder what deck I'm gonna try out next, man. I don't know. I made a bunch in preparation for this event. Maybe too many, because now I'm gonna have analysis paralysis when it comes to deciding, right? Okay, guys, let's go over the deck again. Remember, this might be an edited video based on how long it took to actually find each game, because it usually takes a little bit longer to find games in the early access. Yeah, here's the deck list again. Actually relatively solid. Yeah, I guess it was pretty janky leaning into the food fight side of things, but it was also really fun too, and that's what's important, right? Some noteworthy cards, dude. First of all, Gingerbrute is a not a remake. What do they call it when it makes an appearance again? Bro, it's one of those days, huh? A reprint. There we go. Okay. It's solid, dude. It's really good. That top ability happens to be decent. There were some matches where we were just heavily relying on the Gingerbrute to actually get us there. Didn't end up working out today, but yeah. Still very good, very solid. It's going to be in a lot of my builds probably, especially since it has that haste too, right? Candy Trail was pretty good. I like the Scry too. Like, Scrying too is not bad, especially when you get this for free off of like a Raging Battle Mouse or something. That was really cool, huh? So having a lot of these 1-drops that were just colorless mana, really neat little combo with the Raging Battle Mouse, just being able to play them out for free and stuff, right? Voltage Surge was good, hit a lot of targets today, so that's excellent. Charming Scoundrel, I would have liked to see more of, but it's so obviously good that like we didn't have to see more of these. And like I said before, in this deck in particular, you're probably conjuring up those treasure tokens because you're trying to use those with the food fights, which is another thing, right? Since we're trying to go a little bit combo heavy into the food fight, a lot of those games I'm just like, oh yeah, well, if I would have seen food fight off the top. So like that's another thing, right? Since we're combo heavy in the food fight, then there's just going to be matches where you don't see this, and somehow, by some miracle, the deck has to hold up without your combo piece too. And in this build, I actually think it did hold up relatively decent, right? The Irencrag and Sir Ginger were both excellent as well. Thran Spider's good. I like the Power Stone in this deck in particular. I think the Power Stone does just a lot of different things. Now, since it's early access, we're not seeing a lot. Well, we didn't see like any meta, obviously, right? Because people are trying out the new cards and seeing what the new meta is going to look like. But when you are up against mono red, you know, in the actual standard ranked, that's not going anywhere, man. And I'm pretty sure there's still going to be plenty of Phoenix chicks flying in the air and ending games. And that's where Thran Spider really shines with that reach. Don't underestimate reach, man. And you know what? If we would have seen some people trying out like new fairies and stuff, there's probably going to be some fairy tempos floating about. That reach could really come in handy, yeah. Didn't get to see Virtue of Courage today, but it's another one that's kind of like obviously decent, but I wouldn't go up or down any. I think the one of is perfect in this deck in particular. Did get to see Mirrex, but the Mishra's Foundry and the Mirrex and anything else didn't really hold us up at all. I think the 21 land was fine. I think we could actually go down to 20 and go up another Wrenn's Resolve style ability, which would be what? Reckless. Oop. I typed one time. Typed one time in my life, guys. Reckless Impulse, yeah. I would drop a Mountain, go up a Reckless Impulse, and I think that would help the consistency of the build a little bit more. So, actually, what I'll end up doing when I put this up on Aether Hub is I will go ahead and clone this. And we'll go ahead and put that Reckless. Just for the sake of consistency, I really do think this will make the deck a little bit better. There we go. Now we're down to 20 land, and we got the Reckless Impulse in there. So we got 5 different abilities of the Wrenn's Resolve style thing. I think that's going to be much, much better, especially with how well it pairs with the Raging Battle Mouse too. Yeah, I really like the build, guys. Wish we could have showcased some victories today, but I do think the deck is more than capable of actually getting there. So cool. I like it. Also, guys, for the early access events, I highly recommend not crafting like anything. Just take it in, wait a couple weeks, and then see. I don't want to say like where the meta settles, because usually it takes like a month or more for it to finally settle down. But you know, there's a lot of rares here. Like Raging Battle Mouse is rare, Charming Scoundrel's rare, Sir Ginger's rare, the Irencrag. Oh my goodness, dude, expensive. And then this is a mythic too, so whenever the set actually releases, I'll be trying out a more competitive version of Mono Red, but I'm really happy with how this one turned out. So, guys, if you made it this far into the video, for real, y'all are champions. I super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.